Hi, everybody. It's BDevine. Thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to jump on here really quickly and speak with you because there have been so many changes that have taken place over the last week or so. The full moon in Capricorn, that was on Sunday, the 21st, sparked a series of events. The series of events that it sparked for you may be different to what's happened to others, right? But what it is doing is it is pushing through an interesting energy that will be with us until the end of the year. Pluto is in Aquarius, but it's going to pull itself back into Capricorn for a short while in October, I believe. And then in November comes back into Aquarius, remembering that it moves into Aquarius for the next 20 years. And the energy of Aquarius is what? Collaboration, connection with others, moving into more spiritual things, moving more into alignment with each other. Okay. Things coming to big change. This world is also going through the change. We are seeing some of those things happen now, some of those changes occurring. And I am developing a lot of different things with regards to my website and my Teachable account. So on Teachable, you'll have Light Leaders semester 1, 2, 3, 4 is coming up next year. And there are other different types of courses as well. One of them, for example, is Divine Tarot 101. Now they are all going into subscription or memberships, okay? Which means that you have access to the course as long as you pay the membership. Otherwise, you lose access. So the energy here is that things are going to be made more affordable for people and more enjoyable as well, because you're not feeling like you have this huge outlay before you can do something. So my way of doing things have changed. Other people's way of doing things is also changing, right? And you're going to find some things you just don't fit into anymore. Some things just feel like you're pulling back from. There are some people that I was once really deeply connected with who now I don't feel the same calling to anymore because they've gone through their change. It doesn't mean they're bad people, but they've gone through their changes, and they've gone through their life shift. And so have I. I've had to really remember that, as I told you, I had this massive shamanic death. When you have a shamanic death, okay, it means that your whole world, everything that you know, comes crashing down around you. There could be health problems. There could be things going on where there's accidents or all kinds of things like that. But it was, for me, it was just this deep sadness and feeling lost in the way that the world was going and how I was being pushed out of things as well, where other people seem to be able to really succeed. And I know that people think that I am successful as well. And in many ways, that's true. But in other ways, it was not happening. I had to go through this major overhaul in my life in order for me to come out the other side and recognize what I need to do. Now that that's happened, okay, there are many things that are going on all at once. For one, there are dragon energy stuff happening again. This was something that was very important. I needed to begin those activations for people because one of the biggest complaints that I get is that people have anxiety or people can't make decisions. People don't feel confident. They don't feel confident in themselves, and therefore they don't feel confident in abilities, and they don't feel confident with the universe, and they don't feel confident with anything that they're doing spiritually, although that's what they want to do and that's what they're supposed to be doing, right? The dragons give you all of those things. I'm also creating an introduction course to the dragons, or you can work with me personally with 4 sessions together on the phone and things that I will create for you so that you can activate your connection with the dragons with me personally, or you can just wait for the course. So there are so many things on the go. so many things that are happening all at once. You have people stepping down from their presidency. Again, told you that the B person would fade away. Now, is the other people coming? Is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? I'm not getting into it. I decided that I was going to also stop doing the Akashic records because of the fact that it can make people wait on things and anticipate things. As much as I was guided to do it, now I feel guided to stop doing it. And I may take it up later. But I think what the main point is that I will be teaching the Akash, all the levels of the Akashic records, all the levels of our soul contracts, etc., through my teachable account and semester 4, which will start next year. So there are so many things that are just needed right now. And you are needed to wake up from whatever you've been going through, okay, and understand where you're spiraling and step into your power more. The only way that things exist in your life is because you believe them to be true. So if you believe that you can't do something, there it is. But you've got to look at the language that you hold in many different ways, right? Remember, I was making a video the other day and I was talking about it's not just about what you're saying to yourself now. For example, I can't do this, okay? That means that you are stretching that into your future of I can't. It's not possible for me. You're not doing it just in the here and now. You are sending it into your future, which doesn't benefit you at all. Okay. And we're looking at the different things that we say to ourselves because those become our declaration. There are many people who think that they are, just God's gift or something to humanity. And we all are. We all have to open up our abilities, understand that we have them. We don't gain them. We don't get them somewhere. We wake them up. Okay. And all of you need to really wake up and see what you're saying, how you're living. Are you being authentic or not? Because it's going to be evident, the people who are not. It's going to become very evident. Okay. If it isn't already, it's going to be even more. And the people who are doing this work and focusing themselves on this work, meaning they are staying in high frequency, they are staying as positive as they possibly can, they are canceling out any negative thoughts or feelings, occurrences, and not letting it take hold of their whole being. They are awakening themselves to all of their abilities, all the things that they are capable of. They're learning, they're growing. They don't take no for an answer within themselves. They never say, I can't, only what's next. They tell themselves how confident they are, even if they don't feel that way, and they take that time to heal out the past traumas. That's what I'm here to help you with and teach you to do. There are so many different aspects to our life on this planet, so many different things. If you are doing things in the wrong way, okay, energetically speaking, your body is going to tell you, and it's going to start to communicate with you in a very powerful way. 2 weeks ago, I had an accident where I smashed my shin, my lower shin, quite badly. And obviously I don't whinge to anyone or put it on anywhere, but I just let my light leaders know, hey, I've just had this big old bang and it really slowed me up. And it made me just go into a little bit more of that rest phase. And as much as I was frustrated with it, because I'm the type of person that goes and goes and goes, right? But I couldn't. I had to keep my leg elevated a lot and focus on it because of the bruising and things like that that was going down into my feet. It was just like across my feet. It was going to the end of my toes, the bruising. It was across the front of my shin, of course, and bruising up the sides, and it's just ugh. And when you touched it, it was stiffness, right? So it's going downstairs and upstairs, working with dogs, all the rest of it. It's still difficult. So in that time, I had a lot of time to work with my dragons as well, and to work with the angels and to pull everybody in and really ask those hard questions. And as you move forward in your life, you are going to have to, as I said, be honest with yourself, but see where you're getting in your own way. If the same recurring worry comes back into your life, why? And why do you let it? Okay. If you have the same old traumatic problems all the time, or, you feel compassion for somebody and you want to be their friend or whatever, right? And you go into that direction and then you just dismantle everything that you once had, but then you're going in this direction. What about when you find out that that direction is false? Okay. Isn't it good? Isn't it lucky that the people that you or were connected with still welcome you back in because they were always on the right frequency? This happens a lot. People will break away from this work. They'll go follow something else that they think is going to be the magic wand. And, the authentic people are still there doing the work. And then they come slinking back in when that didn't work. There is no magic wand to your problems. Okay? There is nothing that can heal your problems until you admit them, until you emotionally admit them and let them go. Then healing can occur. Then the shamanic work can begin. Then the powerful stuff happens. But if you're saying that you're doing this work and you're not, everything's going to come crashing down around you. And that is just what's happening, because we are absolutely unstoppable right now. And you have to remember that there's a fine line with that. Nothing can stop you from doing what you want to do. Nothing can stop you from spiraling if you want to, or telling yourself that everything's fine when it's not, or thinking about something and thinking about something and thinking about something and then saying that you're fine and you're thinking negatively, or trying to imagine what someone else is thinking of you and going over it and over it until you make it true, or bringing yourself, having healing or whatever, but you're expecting the healer to do all this work for you. Again, won't work. The agreement has to be there. If there's no agreement, it doesn't work. That's why I always tell my clients, I'm like, well, do you actually want this to happen? Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, are you going to listen to what I'm saying? Oh, sure. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, week into it. Have you done what I've said? Right? And now most people are just ready to go, but some people have thought that healing was a certain way and that it should be all just happening to them. And that is just a load of BS. So we have to be extremely honest with ourselves. Okay. Life is changing. The world has changed. We have shifted timelines into a world where there was an attempted assassination on a certain person, and there were things that were attempted to be pulled right over our eyes. Okay, but we were here to the other side of it, for the other side of it, right? We were in this brand new energy already since the eclipse. So we were aware that there were some things that were coming in. And there are going to be more before November. And we're going to have to be really, really clear of what we are doing for ourselves and what we're doing for the collective. So by working on yourself, you're working on the collective, right? And where you want your energy to go, where you want mastery in your life? Are you going to fall for the same old thing, or are you going to dare to expand? Okay. Expansion is here. Obviously, you know where all my website is, all my stuff is. It's all going to subscriptions. It's all going to be very inexpensive here. Okay. The message is to get the word out, the training, the support, the groups, the structure. It's all there if you want it. Okay. If you want to work with me personally, you can as well. But we're not going to be, doing anything other than full forward movement with you and your healing. And if you don't do as you're being asked to do, okay, it's not going to work for you. It's just not, because you're not ready. So you got to make sure you totally are. Because when I'm doing my reports for you and, doing a healing consultation for you and really going and put all this effort into it, your job is to be honest with yourself and, of course, with me as you move forward. It's just how things work. And then we can get to these breakthrough miracles. Then we can get to the massive healings because there's no resistance. There's no blockage with BS. Okay. So some people say they want it and then they just go ahead and do whatever they want to do and then expect it to be fixed. That doesn't work on any stretch of the imagination. Magic potions and spells and all that won't work either. I mean, for example, if someone were to, let's say, place a spell on you, the only way that it would work is if you believed it. So it's all energy, okay? If you believe in negative things happening, that's what happens. If you believe that someone is a negative person, that's what you're going to see. If you feel like you can never be healed, you never will be. There needs to be a change in the collective consciousness, or we're just going to go through all this trudging through mud and we're sick of it, right? So anyway, I just wanted to make this video. I don't really know what it's about other than the change is here. Okay, we are unstoppable. Don't let your mind get the better of you. Make sure that you're focused on deleting the old programs. Okay, again, if you need assistance on your journey, you know where I am, or go do the training. There's free training for healers as well. There's ways to manifest things. There's ways to open up your destiny code. Go do all the free stuff. If you really want to concentrate on something, hey, I might not be available personally for too much longer because my life might be involved in just creating courses. So if you do want to connect with me, hey, maybe there's not much time left to do it personally. I'm going to teach you all how to do it yourselves. The practitioner in me is fantastic, but the teacher in me is unbelievable. Okay? Teach you how to do it, and you guys can go do it. All right? But I wanted you to know there has been changes. There are changes happening. Go clear your room like I have. Go clear your room out, change things around. I've put some of my artwork. You might be able to see it behind me a little bit. That's a big old mandala. I have some, where is it? My bookshelf and things behind me, and just cleaning things around, doing things around. By the way, mandalas, I'm still doing all of those too. And working on some dragon ones as well with the dragon energy through it. Okay. Anyway, it's all about what you focus about, what you focus on, you bring about. Okay. Life is about to change greatly, everybody. Doesn't have to be a terrible change and a shocking change and a horrific change. It can be even greater. We can lift even further. And that's what I'm doing. I hope to see you in that energy. I hope you're still hanging around. And I give thanks to each and every one of you. Follow all the links in the description, which will show you all the free stuff and all the different things that are coming. And hey, if you want to be a part of this dragon energy group, put that down in the comments as well. And as soon as that's ready to go, I'll let you know. It will be a very, very introductory course, but it will still teach you how to connect with a few different dragons, okay? All right. So until the next time, sending many blessings, okay? And bye for now.